Today I'm taking off on the topic human settlement, a cluster of dwellings of any type and size where human beings live is known as human settlement. On the basis of size and type, patterns of human settlements are studied. Hence, a settlement could be very small, example hamlet, and could be very large, example metropolitan city. The sparsely populated settlement whose main occupation is agricultural and other primary sector activities, is known as village. Large and densely populated settlement whose main occupational specialization is in tertiary activities is known as urban settlement. Looking into patterns of settlement, the pattern of human settlement is practically influenced by physical features, example relief features, climate, and availability of water. Cultural and ethnic factors, example social structure, caste and religion. Security factors, example defense against thefts, robberies, etc. Categories of settlement. Based on above discussed factors, human settlement is categorized as clustered, semi-clustered or fragmented, hamleted, and dispersed or isolated settlement. The settlement in which the houses are closely below and compact is known as clustered settlement. The shape of clustered settlement normally varies from rectangular, radial to linear. Clustered settlement in India is normally found in fertile alluvial plains and in the northeastern states. This is the diagram showing compact settlement. The settlement clustering in a restricted area of dispersed settlement normally looks like semi-clustered. Examples of such settlements can be seen in Gujarat Plain and some parts of Rajasthan. Some settlement is fragmented into several units and physically separated from each other is known as hamleted settlement. Examples of hamleted settlement can be seen in the middle and lower Ganga plain, Chhattisgarh, and lower valleys of the Himalayas. This is a picture showing hamleted settlement. The isolated settlement is known as dispersed settlement. Examples of such settlement can be seen in parts of Meghalaya, Uttaranchal, Himachal Pradesh, and Kerala have this type of settlement. This is a picture showing isolated or dispersed settlement. Houses are dispersed, houses are apart from each other. Human settlements can be permanent, or it can be seasonal, temporary, or it can be rural, or it can be urban. Looking into suburbanization, the process of people moving away from congested urban areas to cleaner areas outside the city in search of a better quality of living is known as suburbanization. Census of India year 1991 defines urban settlement as Roman number 1 all places which have municipality, corporation, cantonment board, or notified town area committee. Roman number 2, having a minimum population of 5,000 persons, at least 75% of male workers are engaged in non-agricultural pursuits. Roman number 3, having a density of population of at least 400 persons per square kilometers. Types of urban settlement. Like rural settlement, urban settlements have also been developed during the ancient period itself. Based on time, location, and function, urban settlement is categorized as ancient city, medieval city, modern city, administrative town of city, industrial city, transport city, commercial city, mining city, cantonment city, educational city, religious city, tourist city. Varanasi or Prayag in Allahabad, Pataliputra, Patna, Madurai, etc. are the examples of ancient city. Delhi, Hyderabad, Jaipur, Lucknow, Agra, Nagpur, etc. are the examples of medieval city. Surat, Daman, Panaji, Pondicherry, etc. are the examples of modern city. Chandigarh, Bhubaneswar, Gandhinagar, Dispur, etc. are the cities developed after the independence of India. Ghaziabad, Rohtak, Gurgaon, etc. are the satellite towns that have been developed around Delhi. The town or cities performing administrative works are categorized as administrative towns or cities. For example, the national capital, New Delhi, and the capital of all states and union territories are the administrative towns and cities. The towns and cities that develop because of the industrial development are known as industrial towns or cities. For example, Mumbai, Salem, Coimbatore, Modinagar, Jamshedpur, Hooghly, Bhilai, etc. The towns or cities primarily engage in export and import activities are known as transport towns or cities. For example, Kandla, Kochi, Kozhikode, Visakhapatnam, etc. The towns or cities primarily engaged in trade and business are known as commercial towns. For example, Kolkata, Saharanpur, Satna, etc. The towns that develop because of mining activities are known as mining towns. For example, Raniganj, Jharia, Digboy, Ankaleshwar, Singrauli, etc. The towns that develop as garrison towns are known as garrison cantonment towns. For example, Ambala, Jalandhar, Mho, Babina, Udhampur, etc. The towns that develop because of the development of educational institutions are known as educational towns. For example, Roorkee, Varanasi, Aligarh, Pilani, Allahabad, etc. Some towns mark their development with the existence of religious shrines. Such towns are known as religious towns. For example, Varanasi, Mathura, Amritsar, Madurai, Puri, Ajmer, Pushkar, Tirupati, Kurukshetra, Haridwar, Ujjain, etc. The towns that develop because of the influx of tourists are known as tourist towns. For example, Nainital, Mussoorie, Shimla, Panchmari, Jodhpur, Jaisalmer, Ugadamandalam, Uti, Mount Abu, etc. Coming to rural settlement, the settlement largely dependent on primary sector activities such as agriculture, animal husbandry, fishing, etc. is known as rural settlement. Major factors that shape the rural settlement are water supply, fertile lands, relief features, building materials, etc. On the basis of forms or shapes of the settlements, rural settlements are classified as linear, rectangular, circular, star-like, T-shaped village, Y-shaped village, compact, dispersed, planned, etc. The settlement in which houses are constructed along a road, railway line, a river, canal, edge of a valley, or along a levee is known as linear pattern. The settlements in which houses are constructed in a rectangular shape is known as rectangular pattern. Such kind of settlements is found in plain areas or and in wide intermontane valley. The settlements in which houses are constructed in a circular shape is known as circular pattern. Such kind of settlements is found around lakes, tanks, or a plain village. The settlements in which houses are constructed in a star shape is known as star-like pattern. Such kind of settlement is found around the points where several roads cross each other, making star shape. The settlements in which houses are constructed at the tri-junctions of the roads is known as T-shaped pattern. Such kind of settlements is found along the road which meets with another road at the dead end. The straight going road ends and bifurcates left and right, he said. The settlement in which houses are constructed along the straight-going road, which further bifurcates into two roads, similar to Y-shape, is known as Y-shape pattern. Based on shape, the settlements are classified as compact or nucleated settlements. Under such type of settlements, the houses are built very close to each other. Normally, fertile lands regions have such compact or nucleated settlements. Dispersed settlement in such kind of settlements, houses are spaced far apart and often interspersed with fields. However, their market and some other activities are centralized where they participate together. Planned settlements Planned settlements are the settlements that planned and constructed by the government. Government provides shelter, water, and other infrastructures on acquired lands. Depending on the size and service available and functions rendered, urban centers are categorized as town, city, million city, conurbation, and megalopolis. The cities with a population of more than 1 million are known as million cities. The term conurbation was coined by Patrick Geddes in 1915 for a large area of urban development that resulted from the merging of two or more independent towns or cities. For example, Greater London, Manchester, Chicago, and Tokyo. Used by Jean Gottman in 1957, megalopolis is a Greek word meaning great city. Thank you.